I'm going to work backwards. My opponent just claimed that the nuclear energy produces 20% of the energy in this country. What she neglected to mention is that we have an excess of energy as per our requirements. We must have extra energy so we will not have power outages. As my opponent or my partner said in the first part, that we have 29% overpower without San Onofre. But we're not talking about the country, we're talking about this one in our state. She went on, before that, she said that the release from Senator Boxer to the power plant was that they didn't know why they didn't know that the pipes were going to go bad because they were shaking. According to the San Onofre Nuclear Generating Station information package from Southern Edison, the engineers determined that the unexpected wear was associated with excessive vibrations in the tubes in certain areas of the steam generators. Not necessarily that the wear that they have was something that was anticipated, it was completely unanticipated, which is why it's so much more dangerous. My opponent asked why we were implying that everyone in the Southern California needs to have nuclear prevention kits. I would like to clarify that I do not say that we need to have them. I was asking why are they something that we should even think about? If something could happen to the nuclear power plant that would require us to need to have such provisions, why do we even have the nuclear power plant in our own backyard? Furthermore, going back in the negative speech, my opponent said that we had compared San Onofre to Fukushima and the tsunami problem, and we in fact did not do that. We did not say anything about a tsunami hitting San Onofre. In fact, it is near impossible because you need a subduction zone earthquake for that to happen, and we're on a spike slip. The reason that I compared the 3 Mile Island nuclear power plant to San Onofre is that the 3 Mile Island incident happened in 1979. The San Onofre plant was built in the 80s, so the technology was the same when it was built. Going on, I'd like to say that earthquake damage, while significant in itself, the damage doesn't always come from the initial earthquake shaking. Liquefaction is something that occurs from earthquakes. It is, according to the U.S. Department of the Interior, it is something that happens when earthquake waves cause water pressures to increase in the sediment and the sand grains to lose contact with each other, leading the sediment to lose strength and behave like a liquid. The soil can lose its abilities to support structures, flow down even gentle slopes, and erupt in the ground to form sand boils. There's 3 requirements for this to happen. There has to be loose sediments, there has to be a high groundwater table, and there has to be strong shaking. The San Onofre water basin goes right underneath the San Onofre power plant, as well as they are on the beach. And behind the San Onofre plant is the desert. Things that commonly lead to liquefaction are sand, sediments, high water tables, and man-made fill. All of these 3 things are prevalent in the San Andreas near the San Onofre plant. Some damages that have happened because of liquefaction was in the earthquake in 1997 in Japan, or in Argentina, that was 70 kilometers away from the initial earthquake and caused fissures to happen more than 1 meter wide and 2 meters deep. And in Nagita in 1964, a 7.0 earthquake caused entire apartment buildings to fall on their sides.